It is not a far-fetch or a reach to say Andrew Garfield could be in Morbius. Now, he's not going to be a main character. He could be a reference or a cameo or even a post-credit scene, but guess what? So could Tobey Maguire. Welcome to the Chaos Multiverse, everybody. Jimmy, or Chaos. The Morbius trailer dropped, and Sony said, you know what? We're not going to give any continuity. We're going to let you guys figure it out on your own, and we're gonna play the hand that was dealt us in the form of the timelines and the multiverse, and we can basically do whatever we want. But today, we are going to break down everything that points at the future of not only Andrew Garfield, but Tobey Maguire as well, and the Spider-Verse and the MCU. I know it's a lot to take in, it's a lot to unpack, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do our best. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you have those notifications fully turned on. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are on our way to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody that has joined the Chaos Multiverse. And I also want to say, spoiler alert, we will be talking about Venom post-credit scenes. We will be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home plot leaks and spoilers as well, because it all kind of goes together, or maybe it doesn't. We'll have to wait and see. So let's go over the obvious things. The Oscorp building in the background. Yes, this is the same logo, exact same logo as the Amazing Spider-Man's Oscorp in their universe. Is it the same building? No. Is it the same logo? Yes. And people can argue one say and say, this is lazy writing, Sony, and you could very well be right. But we're going to assume for the sake of this video that it's not lazy writing, and there is an a means to an end? Yeah, a means to an end with all of this. And it's actually, there is continuity. We just can't see it yet because we don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. But it very well could be lazy writing. Okay, we also have the picture of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man painted on the wall, which we saw a long time ago, over a year ago in the initial teaser trailer, and it has murderer on it. So not only are we connecting to the Sam Raimi universe, but we're connecting to the plot of the MCU No Way Home universe, the Tom Holland universe, because Tobey didn't do anything to be a murderer, but that's his outfit. Tom Holland has been called out by Mysterio. Well, you guys already know. You know what's going on there. So let's keep going. We have Toomes, Adrian Toomes, Michael Keaton. He is in this movie, which totally throws everybody for a loop, because you say, well, if that's the same Michael Keaton that was at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming in his jumpsuit in the prison, how does that even happen? The only thing I can argue for that, if we're assuming this isn't lazy writing, is that he got snapped over. That when Doctor Strange did his spell, these weren't the only entities that got affected, the people that we're going to see in No Way Home. A lot of other people went back and forth to different timelines. That would be a very easy continuity fix for why we see Toomes in the Morbius / Venom / possibly Amazing Spider-Man / Sam Raimi Spider-Man universe. I also want to point out that it looks like Morbius is going to take place after Venom Let There Be Carnage, because we got the little quote in there about we haven't seen anything like this since San Francisco. Okay, well, San Francisco was Venom Let There Be Carnage, and we know the post-credit scene of Venom puts Venom into the MCU around the time that Far From Home ended. So we can safely assume that Morbius is taking place after Venom Let There Be Carnage and kind of in the middle or after of Spider-Man No Way Home. That's why he could easily just reference Venom, even though Venom's not there anymore. He's technically in the MCU, or we could go with the lazy writing aspect, and we could say that he's talking about a Venom variant. You guys can decide which way you want to go with that, because we have multiple ways we can drop down this rabbit hole. So we saw references as well on the Daily Bugle, the Sam Raimi Daily Bugle, of Black Cat and Rhino, who were both in Amazing Spider-Man 2. So Andrew Garfield gets 2 extra checks on this being possibly the Amazing Spider-Man universe that Morbius is residing in. And that's kind of where we end it. So what happens? I mean, Sony could easily tie in any of the Spider-Man characters into Morbius or into the ever-evolving Spider-Verse. And they're doing this kind of piggybacking off the momentum and hype of the Marvel MCU and Spider-Man No Way Home, which is absolutely brilliant. They are taking two Spider-Man characters that are getting a huge resurgence. They're not just going to one and done these characters. I really don't think they are. Now, yes, there are plot leaks and rumors that one of the two Spider-Men will die, and that one would hypothetically be Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire could go on residing in the MCU because there's actually rumors about him being in Doctor Strange 2 and beyond that. But let's say neither one of those are true, and they don't kill off either one of the Spider-Man characters. Sony now has two valuable assets. We're talking supercharged, reinvigorated Spider-Man characters. You're not just gonna pump and dump, right? They could end up being integrated into the Spider-Verse, which is kind of integrated into the MCU as well. So what I'm saying here is, don't be shocked at all if you get a Toby and an Andrew, or one or the other, or even a Tom Holland reference somewhere in Morbius, and then a post-credit scene that connects one or all of them in some way. The post-credit scene could easily have something to do with Andrew, Toby, or Tom. Like I said, Sony is going to capitalize on the resurgence of both of these that No Way Home is giving them. Now, if Marvel and Sony are smart, which I like to think they're smart, they're going to continue to boost each other. They're going to leapfrog off each other's back as we move forward and work together. We know they work together with Sony, or with Spider-Man No Way Home and Venom Let There Be Carnage. Kevin Feige already confirmed that. And if they continue to stay linked, and you keep this Spider-Verse, which is evolving, it's going to get bigger, guys. This is Sony's real legitimate shot at making something equivalent to the MCU. But the fun factor is, it can also be connected to the MCU. So for the fans, you and I, we get an ever-expanding MCU that includes the Sony Spider-Verse, and it just goes absolutely bonkers. It does. Because you have any of these Sony fleshed out characters as we go, Kraven the Hunter, as we get Morbius, things like that, the Sinister Six down the road, Venom, they could jump and cross and jump timelines and cross over in and out of the MCU. It all depends on how deep the partnership is with Sony and Marvel and Disney. I hope it's deep, and I hope it's getting ever just closer and integrated, because that's good for all of us. But right now, we've got some questions. So you guys let me know what you think. I personally think that the post-credit scenes for Morbius are going to shock people. I really, really do. And the same with the No Way Home post-credit scenes. Now, Morbius was actually supposed to come out before Venom, but I think that changed so they could get Venom close to No Way Home, because obviously they have the post-credit scene. And if everything we hear is right, Spider-Man No Way Home has a post-credit scene that's going to connect back. It's kind of a scratch my back, I scratch your back when it comes to that. There you go, guys. Let me know what you think. Exciting times ahead, not only for Spider-Man fans past No Way Home, but just Marvel fans in general. I'll see you soon.